Welcome to the Daddy Rich Rockin' Chair Hour on YouTube.
Woo. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for that. Thank y'all out there in the YouTube world. Daddy Rich Rockin' Chair Hour coming back at you again. Last night, I had got a chance to interview a young guy doing sports that he was in the Olympics. You will see that too. And hey, I'm just having a ball doing this thing. I got other groups of bands coming to me. Again, like I told you, I'm in the street trying to do it. Again, this is a free advertisement. If you want to get your business on here and everything, hey, holler at me. CB, give me some sound down there, bro. Hey, we doing a party. Hey, I want y'all to have fun just like I'm having fun. And it's a great thing that we doing here. Got a lot of things we're gonna talk about. We got a short audience this time, but that's okay. We're gonna keep it going right here on Daddy Rich Rockin' Chair Hour. And I got a few things I want to talk about right before I bring everybody up that on the panel and thing. You know, on the story I think it happened this week or Friday or something, we got a young man that's he's weighing about 300 some pounds and he wants to play football. And the coaches, or the team that he's playing for, I forgot the name of the team, that he can't play or he moved too slow. But there is someone out there can help that young man. I know somebody out there can help him, call him, let him know here in Dallas, Texas, to help him get fitness and get some treatment and everything so he can play football. We shouldn't leave no kid behind. Just like Irvin said, we will leave no man behind. We should leave no kid behind. That should be our goal, to make sure that all kids be able to do a sport or whatever they would like to do would not be left behind. Again, hey, let's reach out to this young man and try to get him some help. And furthermore, on the Daddy Rich Show, we're going to be talking about a few things, little Christian thing, and I got some deals up here. I'll be talking about some fish and stuff. My man up here today, we're going to be doing the fish thing and everything going on. Now, these fish looks good. They look real good up here, y'all. I wish there was the real deal so we can eat some, but you know, it's all good. But yeah, before we get started, hey, you know, it's hard when a man out here trying to work hard, trying to do his show, and my vehicle got stolen YouTube. It got stolen. Hey, it hurt me, and I feel bad about it, but hey, you know, I guess one of the things when you're trying to move up, trying to do better things, you know, sometimes people take advantage of your growing, I guess, if you want to put it. But if anybody out there know how can help me, hit me on my comeback, hit me on the show, give me a comeback, let me know what you think. Hey, Richard, I can help you out with your car. Hey, appreciate it. I would love it all. But also, before we get started again, I want to give a shout out to everybody out there that's been watching me. I appreciate that you taking the time out of your time to watch me. I appreciate it, and I really do. And I love everything that you're doing to help me. And I appreciate y'all. All the people, I don't know all your names, but I want to say I love you. And I thank you for what you're doing. At this time, we're getting ready to bring up Sister Jones. Sister Jones, could you come on up to this stage here, Sister Jones, right quick? And we're going to get this thing going here. And Sister Jones, she's a Christian lady. She's like an evangelist, and she goes out and help talk to different peoples and women's, mostly women's, that help them with their situation that they are in for his marriage and everything else. As you notice, my right-hand lady is not here at this time. Lady K, she had another event to go to, and she had to be there. And we pray for her and hope that she be able to come back on the next set. But at this time, Lady Kate is not here, but we're going to keep the party going here. And we're going to sit down here and talk with Sister Jones. Okay. Turn your mic on, Sister Jones.
It's on.
It's on. Go ahead. Sister Jones, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
All right, I'm doing just fine. As we were saying, we let the people know about what you do and you evangelist and everything. And what's the name of the church that you go to?
Well, right now I'm the founder, visionary leader of Shekinah Glory in His Presence Worship Ministry, where I do. It has different ministries within that ministry.
Okay, all righty. Who's the pastor that you're under at this time?
Right now I'm under Pastor Cedric L. Richardson.
All right, I know that young man. That's a good pastor there. He's a great man, and hey, we have done a lot of things with Pastor Richardson in there, and
he's been a great blessing to my life. An awesome spiritual father that has led me and guided me to so many wonderful things in God.
Yeah, and he's that. And if y'all ever get a chance to see him, ask him to sing that song. What's that song by
Yes.
The Heaven song. Get him to sing that for y'all one time when you see him. When you go to the church, say, Pastor, Richard told me to tell you to sing that song about the boys there. But anyway, tell us a little bit more deeply about your deal that you do for the women's and your ministry that you're coming up with.
Okay, well, my ministry is, as I said, is Shekinah Glory in His Presence, prophetic worship ministry. And in that ministry, I have daughters, which I call them beautiful of the feet, mentoring, where I do mentoring, young ladies in different areas in their life. We have different issues, and you'd be surprised how many things that young ladies are dealing with, not just real young ladies, but women, period. And so sometimes they just need guidance and to be led, and we do those different things in the mentoring, different areas, some on speaking, some on their women of God, up and coming women of God also. So.
Hey, it sounds good. It sounds like you got a promising thing there. It's a blessed deal. And I understand, as I heard earlier, you was getting ready to go to a camp. You want to tell us about the camp that you're going to? Yes, I'm going to a retreat in November. Okay. The 1st through the 3rd with Prophetess Juanita Bynum. Okay, well, Juanita Bynum, that's good. That's nice there to be, going to a camp where she's at there. I heard a lot of good things about her camp, and a lot of women's went there, and I heard that, there's a great deal for women's that's in this type of ministry, and that it's all about saving lives. Yes, it is. It really is. And that's one of the reasons why I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to go and to be, to glean from what she has to offer that God has imparted in her. And it's all about, what God has put in us to give to others. And most of all, not to be afraid to do that. So that's one of my deepest passions for the ministry that God has given me for women. All right. And the things that I noticed that you have been doing, I've been with you off and on and different things, and I know you do poetry, and I know you do, what's that, speak? You said the other thing besides poetry, I know there's something you said you do to speak or something. Yes, I do the Jesus Walks Beautiful of the Feet. Yeah. Conferences and revivals at different churches and different venues. In those conferences, we have women of God going forth in power. And so, the feet, Jesus walked. He traveled and he walked. So what we do, we travel. We are his feet in the earth. So we travel and to bring the impartation, the prophetic word, and a word of knowledge, and that would impact and bring transformation to the lives of women in the world. All right. That sounds good there, y'all. That sounds real good. And before we let you go there, let the people know where they can find you at, what number or website or Facebook where you at, and you want to give a little closer remark to somebody out there, some young lady that might be watching, that some encouraging word that you can give them. Okay. Well, the encouraging word that I would like to give to the young ladies out there is first of all, it's to know our true identity in who we are in God, not what the world says we are, but who God says that we are. You're beautiful jewels. And we're like diamonds. When you go through the fire and come out on the other side, we have all this, the diamond has all this dust around it. But once it goes through the fire, the purifying fire that does not consume you, but takes off all in your life that doesn't belong there, that doesn't need there, that's hindering your life, blocking your life, and destroying your life. When that is taken off by God, you come forth on the other side as pure gold, renewed, and you begin to see who your true identity is in God. So many are lost because they have been given an identity by the world, but you're not who the world says you are. You're not your mistakes. You're not the things that you have done. You have not the things that you have fallen. And that is why Jesus has came. He came into the world that you may have life more abundantly, to know who you are in him. I know I don't have a lot of time, and I really have a lot to say, so I'm going to calm myself down. But I just want to invite you to look me up. And I am on Facebook, Prophetess Daddyrich Jones. I do have a email address, queendaddyrich@yahoo.com.
That's DELORISE. And also my phone number is 214-780-9590. So anytime that you would like to call me, you're welcome. I'm always available to be used by God for those that are out there watching. If you should need speakers or someone to come forth with a word that brings impact and change in the lives of God's daughters and the sons of God, just don't hesitate to call me, because I'm always available, and I'm looking forward to all that God has spoken over my life. This is a time for new beginnings. Next month, the number 9 is a time of birthing.
All right, all right. You want to give that telephone number out one more time and that email address.
Okay, the email address is Queen Daddyrich, DELORISE, @yahoo.com. My phone number is 214-780-9590. And you can also look me up on Facebook, and you can inbox me if you like.
All right, that's from Sister Jones there. And Sister Jones, I want to thank you for coming up here and being with me at the daddyrich Rocking Chair Hour here. And I sure appreciate you coming down and thing. And we hope to see you again. And I would love to hear more about that venture that you go to and thing. All righty. And just hand that down to CB for me. Thank you, Sister Jones. Look at him. Well, I'm getting all handless and paperless. I'm messing up. Getting fingers. All righty. As y'all noticed, that was Sister Jones there. And we're going to move on to our next guest, and that's Mark. Mark, would you come on down here, Mark? And we're going to talk about some of these fishes as we got up here. And he's a great man. He's making these deals by himself, and he hand makes them for you. And he do a lot of work doing these things. Mark, let's sit down. I'm old school. I don't stand that long. I do that for the young folks.
Thank you, Richard.
As Mark, before we get started and thing, what inspired you to start making these model fish?
Well, being an outdoorsman, had a couple of friends catch a largemouth bass, and they took it to a taxidermist. And when they got that fish back, I told them I thought I could do a better job. And sure enough, they challenged me to it. And my first fish didn't look too good, but over time, and I got the right supplies, and just like the professionals do, and I started doing it and became good at it.
Oh yeah, I can see that you're real good at it, because I done seen some of your work. I seen some of your stuff online, and some of the fish that you brought out was real good. And it's some of the stuff that we would normally see in the store that that you was like, okay, it's on the stand on the wall or somewhere, and you like, that look nice. It would look good in my den or my office or whatever. And some of these fishes will look good in somebody's office or den or home or business or wherever you might want to put one. But they look real good, and they are very nice. I guarantee you, if you was here, you'll believe it. I'm telling you, it's real nice. And Mark, what the type of fish that we got today? Let's walk down here and look at this fish right here. And tell me what type of fish this is right here.
All right, this is a striped bass. It's about 25 pounds, and it is a fiberglass replica. And as you can see, it's hollow. And the good thing about doing a fiberglass replica as opposed to the real fish is you can take the real fish home and eat it.
Yeah.
Okay. And the traditional skin mounts on your wall, they eventually turn yellow. They decay. With a fiberglass replica, these fish will last decades as opposed to years. And they're very durable, and they can fall off the wall, and you can pick them back up and put them back together.
All right, and see, that's what I didn't know, that the other type of fish, model fish that you have, they will decay, turn yellow, or break or crack up. With the fiberglass, hey, you're looking at long-lasting deals. And I think if you want one, I think you better go with the fiberglass. That way you can pass it on to your kids or whatever, grandkids, you take fishing or whatever. This will be a nice deal to have in their room and stuff. And it looks real good. Let's go to the next fish here. Mark.
All righty. This is a saltwater fish, and right down here in the Texas Gulf.
All right.
These are common fish. This is called a triggerfish.
Okay.
And they're good eating too.
All right.
And there are enough molds of fish out there that if you were to catch a fish and take a picture of yourself holding your fish, contact me. I can get one painted up, and you can still eat your fish.
All right. Hey, that sounds good, especially for those fishermen and great outdoorsmen. Hey, a great fish you catch out of wherever you may be, take a picture of it, like I say. Send it to him, and hey, y'all work out the details, and we're gonna get to that part next. This next fish, what we got here?
All right, this is a crappie, and
this is a big crappie. Black folks like big crappies.
This is about a 3-pounder, and obviously, once again, you'd want to take yours home and eat it.
Yeah,
but there are enough molds and replicas out there to purchase and paint. But you don't need to keep your fish. I mean, you know, to bring it to me, you can go ahead and eat it. But this is a good representation of a crappie, and just to tell you about the advancements in taxidermy over the years.
All right.
20 years ago, painting was really kind of gray and just very few colors. The number of colors on this fish is in the 20s, and each individual scale is given attention, and there are shimmers and pearls and all kinds of gold powders on these fish. And once again, the realism of the fish nowadays, as opposed to taxidermy 20 years ago, makes this more of artwork. And as Richard pointed out, you know, these will last for years, and you can literally give them to your offspring.
And I see you pay very attention to detail, and you know about detail, and see that, and paying attention to detail is very important in everything. And that's a nice fish. I love to have that fish. I know I said a while ago black folks like fish, but hey, I'm not trying to be racist, nothing, so nobody to get bent out of shape. I loved everything. I know everybody eat this fish, but I just know as I was growing up, that's all I saw. These fish right here, and I think black folks, we have a fish fry and we cooking them up. And somebody get a bone stuck in your throat, we get some bread, and they swallow that and push it on down. But hey, don't die. I love everybody, so don't get it twisted. But we got one more fish. We got some more fishes up here. Well, let's get to this shark. I like this shark. Can you see that, Mary?
Yes.
Can you get that shark?
Yes.
All right.
This is another fish from the Texas Gulf Coast. I actually caught it many years ago, and I made a mold of it and cast it in fiberglass. That is a fiberglass fish.
Oh,
and
man.
They last for
a long time.
Yes, they last for years.
Now, this will look good on my fish tank. If you got a large fish tank, this will look good on your fish tank. Now, don't put it close to the fish tank. You might scare the fish. They might not last long. They think that thing moving. Let's move on to the next one. Whoa.
This one is a largemouth bass.
All right.
And as Richard pointed out about detail, if you were to catch a fish and have somebody take a picture of you holding it, you could still take your fish home and eat it. And I can reproduce any spot pattern, tones, different colors, just based on your photographs. And once again, with the advancements in technology and all the colors that are out there, colors can be matched so well. There are lots of gold individual scales painted on this fish. Yeah. And once again,
fiberglass.
Fiberglass. This will last for years. And the fish, if anything even happened to the fish, it can even be repainted.
Oh, see there? Now that's another good thing. Now, if something happened to it, get chipped, or you moved and it fell off or fell out the box or whatever, hey, call Mark back up. Hey, Mark, my fish is messed up. Can you come repaint it? Can you get it painted? Mark will tell you to send it back to him, and he'll get it painted.
Even if you broke a fin off, with the epoxies and the materials that are out there, it can be repaired and blended and repainted to where nobody even knows that it was once broken.
Okay. What if someone do have one of these fiberglass fish and they got one in their garage or in the attic somewhere and they want to restore it? Could you restore it?
Absolutely.
Oh, there go another one. Hey, he can restore your valuable items that you love to have on the wall. And Mark, also, well, I know you told him to send a picture to you. Hey, we need y'all to send a good picture, not the faded, blurry picture. He's trying to figure out what the fish definitely colors are, because he looks at details. There's a whole lot of detail goes into this, so you need a nice, good, sharp picture that he can see, and when you send it, that it's going to be sent good, or mail it to him, however else. We'll get that information in a minute. But if you was here, it's a lot of detail. It's like the skin, the fins, and everything looks real. I mean, it's shining. It's not dull. It might seem dull right now, but if you was here, I'm telling you, this fish is shining. It looks good, and everything to the fish looks like it's real. I mean, it's real good. Let's move on to the next one. I see this here like a red fish. I think this is the one you talking about, that red snapper or red something one time you painted?
No, but this is another, as a largemouth bass, and crappie is a North Texas fish, and even the striper out of Lake Texoma. This is a smallmouth bass.
All right.
And smallmouth bass are bronzy looking. This one has a lot of detail.
Yeah, I see.
Believe it or not, every scale was painted. Every scale.
Every scale.
And it does.
There's a lot of scales on here. I'm looking at it. That's a lot of scales.
It does take some hours to do this. Fortunately, it's something I enjoy doing, and I don't mind taking the time to put this much detail into these fish. As far as the redfish you mentioned earlier, I wish I had one up here, but on the Texas Gulf Coast, those redfish, they're absolutely beautiful. They have lots of copper colors in them, but this is more of a bronze color. This came out of Lake Texoma. Okay. And it's about a 4-pounder. And
nice size. Break my rib.
The gentleman that brought me his fish, I actually made a mold of it. That's why you're seeing this one here today, and I gave him the traditional skin mount. But it is a very detailed fish.
Yes, it's very detailed.
And it will last for years. All the fish that are up here are all fiberglass. There is no real fish up here on stage.
All right, all right. As he said that back down, we come back to sit down, and Mark one time was telling me that he got to doing it pretty good, and there was a TV company that wanted you to do a large shark. What is the size that you will go and the size you would not be able to do it at the time unless you get a bigger building?
Oh, absolutely. I'd have to say any fish that's about 3 foot long and shorter, I can easily do at this time. Arrangements could be made to do an 8-foot shark or a 16-foot shark, but that would really require some logistics.
Okay. So anybody out there in the TV land, or you watching this, or young men that's doing into the movie visiting, you running your cameras and trying to make these special effects and these special fishes and things, Mark would be a good person to get, because he pay attention to detail, and what you want is detail. And a lot of time movie guys look at details. You got big movie artists, they look at detail. If the detail of the movie is not as good as the movie is portrayed to be, you won't get too many sponsors or too much stuff behind it. It's really about everything. It's about detail. You can start off good, but you got to try to make your detail good as possible. And that's why I try to make this show as good as possible, up to detail as possible. And it's very important that you love what you're doing. And it's good that you said that you love what you do, because doing something that you don't love, hey, that ain't gonna work. You ain't gonna do that long, and a lot of people are unhappy and sad because they look for you to do a job, and you did a terrible job, and that's not good. And
most of these fish are made to hang on the wall, but as you have seen some of my fish before, I can do a table mount, fish chasing a bait fish. There's all kinds of options for mounting a fish. So
yeah, see that? Now, if you want a fish on your mount at your office, he can make a mount fish, put on your office, chasing a little fish, or a bigger fish chasing a bigger fish. However you want it, he can detail. But Mark, before we let you go there, you want to give folks information how to get in touch with you and everything? And
absolutely.
Zoom in on that, Barry.
I represent Texoma Fish Mounts, and you can contact me at 561-859-7570. And even better yet, if you contact me at my email address, which is markgrace2009@hotmail.com, you could send me a picture, you could send me inquiries, I could work with you on whatever size fish that you have, and I believe that if you will give me the chance to quote you a price and you shop around, I'm pretty sure that you're going to find mine is a good quality at a reasonable price. So once again, that's markgrace2009@hotmail.com. I'd love to see your fish. I'd love to see the pictures.
All right. Thank you there, Mark. As you said, his prices can beat everybody else's prices. Now, we don't want you to come down and send a man a picture and you tell me, can you do this for $5? Come on now. We're not going to be like that. Be for real. If you're serious about what you're doing, you're serious about what you want to get done, he can do it at a good, decent cost. and you will get a very good fish, whatever he makes for you, and it will have great detail on it, and people will be wondering where you got it from. And Mark, one more thing before I let you go, is anything special fish that you would like to make for somebody that somebody might have or would like to have? Is there any special fish that you have in your mind that you would like to do one time?
Well, I have to admit, I like these striped bass. Those in particular, and as the name of the company I represent, Texoma Fish Mount, the fishermen up there on Texoma catch these stripers every day. And I know there's a lot of opportunity there to have a really nice mount made at a reasonable price.
All right, and as I said, Texoma. Hey, Texoma's got a lot of good fishes out there. So fishermen that use out there looking for a good place to go fish, hey, Texoma. He's been talking about Texoma the whole time. So I might have to go out there and check out Texoma and put me a little bucket out there in the water, see what I can get. But because them fish that came out there, those some nice sizes. And so hey, Bill, Mark, just thank you. So forget that they gonna be talking about me. But Mark, thank you again for coming out and joining us with me. And I appreciate you coming to Daddy Rich's Rocking Chair and bringing your fishes out and introduce them to everybody.
Thank you, Richard.
All right. Hey, that's Daddy Rich show there. I told you it was a short panel this time. Hopefully next time we have more people's out and everything. Get ready to do it there. And I want to say a thing before I close. Hey, love somebody, show somebody some love, and hey, keep watching me. I've got better things coming up. I'm working on some stuff, and I'm looking for some sponsored companies to come out and sponsor me so I can go out and do better things and do more shows, go around and show some more things and do some better things and groove. Hey, CB, hey, you know that's my cue. That's what I do. I'm getting out of here. This is Daddy Rich in Dallas, Texas. Do it on the Daddy Rich Rocking Chair Show. So hey, if you're there, hit me up, see me, hit the comments. Hey, I gotta go party. I gotta go find somebody else to groove with. Holla. All right. You got it? Good. What y'all think about it?